In this video, we'll be breaking down different elements in the match played at the Durban Masters between Luan and Martin versus Chevaan and Cameron. Timestamps have been provided in the video description for anyone who wishes to watch a specific part of the video. Enjoy! Let's have a look at a play that Martin likes to use on return games. Once Martin or Luan has returned the ball, they'll look to sneak into the net with the idea of hitting an attacking volley. This play can really catch the serving team off guard if successfully implemented. Pay attention to Luan and how he mimics Martin's actions by moving towards the net. Here we will look at a play that paddle players of all levels enjoy doing, hitting the ball backwards directly into the glass. Take notice of how Chevaan hits the ball above the red line. Even with enough power, if you make contact with the glass below the red line, the chances of the ball going over the net decreases dramatically. More often than not, the result should be a lob over the opposition holding the net. Let's have a look at how active Luan gets when playing at the net. He uses his footwork to great effect by looking for opportunities to poach at the net or to move in closer and take the volley earlier. This is a great strategy if executed correctly to disrupt the opposition's rhythm. Occasionally, Luan might misread the play and find himself in Martin's half of the court, which leaves a huge target for the opposition to aim for on their next shot. Here's a high-level play by Martin when the ball rebounds off the backglass. The sheer power and control Martin gets with this backhand is simply amazing. In most cases, players look to hit the back glass first when they hit a volley. Here we have an approach where Luan and Martin aim for the side glass off the volley. This pattern seemed to have given Cameron a bit of trouble in which the ball traveled directly into his body. Whenever the side glass is involved, it is essential that the player returning the ball understands the angles involved, so that enough space can be created between that player and the ball. Let's have a look at how Cameron returns the ball when Martin or Luan serve down the tee onto his backhand. Cameron has a really good backhand drive as well as backhand slice return. There is not enough evidence to comment on the quality of the lob return. Cameron is able to change direction fairly easily and control the pace of the shot. Luan and Martin should either move in really close to the net for the first volley if Cameron does not use a lob return. Otherwise, based on this evidence, one should probably focus more on the wide serve out to the forehand. Let's have a look at how Luan returns the ball when Chevaan serves out wide on the advantage side. Luan does not hit the return straight off the bounce, but instead lets the ball rebound off the side glass before hitting a lob return. Luan attempts to hit the ball over Cameron in these clips, but does not get the desired depth that he is looking for. As a consequence, this allows Chevaan to smash the first ball after serving. Occasionally, throwing up lob returns can prevent the serving team from sitting on top of the net for the first volley. When Chevaan serves out wide on the deuce side, Martin plays the safer approach and hits the forehands down the line. It is probably a safe assumption to assume that Martin's return off the backhand is slightly better than the forehand. Apart from the errors, Martin's returns lack some aggression and perhaps sit a bit high above the net, which allows Chevaan to attack the first volley. It should also be noted that the quality of the serves are very good. Next, let's have a look at Luan's return approach when Cameron served. You'll notice how he did not go for any lobs and mostly forced Cameron to hit the first volley. Over the entirety of the match, Luan displayed a lot of variety on return of serve. When Martin serves out wide, Chevaan focused his returns down the line. He mostly let the ball rebound off the side glass before hitting it. Even though this gave him more time to return the ball, it also gave Martin more time to get into position at the net. When the return was hit directly off the bounce, it took time away from Martin, who has to travel quite the distance to the net after serving. The serving team is using the Aussie formation as Luan and Martin are both starting the point on the same half of the court. Thanks for watching this breakdown. Be on the lookout for any future videos on the channel.